Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Bienvenidos a mi canal. Today's look, we are going to be doing a spring look. As you guys can tell, I did a green eye with a little bit of pink. I did create this look by using the new Lizzie McGuire palette, which is this one, and also the blush. So if you guys want to see how I created this look with this palette and this blush and what I think about it, then go ahead and keep on watching. So I already did my eyebrows off camera. I always do them off camera just because they do take a little bit of more time. So moving on to our eyeshadow palette. For today, we're going to be using two palettes. The first palette I'm going to be using is going to be the Jaclyn Morphe palette. I've used this one before. Second palette, we are using this one. This is a brand new one that Colourpop just came out with. It's the Lizzie McGuire What Dreams Are Made Of palette. Let me reveal to you guys how beautiful these colors are. What really caught my attention in this palette was the green ones and the purple ones. As you guys know, purple is my favorite color, but the green color was just gorgeous, you guys. If you guys follow me on my Instagram stories, you guys saw when I posted this. I posted it as soon as I got this palette. I never really was a fan of Lizzie McGuire just because I never grew up seeing the show, but I was like, I still have to have it. We're gonna go ahead and start by priming our eyes. This is the Instant H Rewind Eraser by Maybelline, and I'm just gonna be putting some on my eyelid, grabbing my Camo concealer sponge, and I am just tapping that concealer down all over my eyelid, and I'm even bringing it a little bit on the corner here. You guys, I know I've been a little MIA on my social media, but your girl is back at full-time at work, so I'm just trying to really learn how to balance that full-time job and my regular life to be able to do YouTube videos for you guys. So yeah, but just bear with me because I will get that schedule down, I promise. For first eyeshadow, we're going to be using the Jaclyn Morphe palette, Armed and Gorgeous, and we're going to be dipping into this gorgeous dark green right here. Grabbing a small fluffy brush, and I'm going to be putting this color right here on the crease. I'm just tapping it down, and I'm just bringing it all the way here on top on half of that corner of my eye and bringing it up. Once I have that, I'm going to start blending that color with small circular motions. By the way, you guys, I haven't done my eyebrows in a while, so if you guys can see how bad my eyebrows are right now, please excuse them. Grabbing a little more, and I'm just bringing this eyeshadow downwards, kind of like creating a V on our eye. And I'm bringing it a little bit on top here. I want to make that be a little longer. This color is so easy to blend. Like, I really love her palettes with Morphe because her eyeshadows are so easy to blend, you guys. I really love them. By the way, did you guys saw the new vlog I posted? It's about my birthday. I just turned 26, which was not even a month ago, and it's crazy because I feel like I'm already old. Like, jeez. My parents gave me and my twin sister this necklace. I have the lock and Dana has the key. My mom said to us that she really loved it because it symbolized kind of like la llave no puede estar without the lock, and the lock can be without the key. So I thought it was so beautiful how she really, you know, described it and the reason why they gave it to us. Me and Dana, when we were growing up, we had this gold necklace that had like a heart, and if you split it apart, it had one side said te and the other side said amo. So in Spanish, if you put it together, it's I love you. So I thought it was just beautiful, but of course we lost it. So my parents ended up giving us these necklace. So I really loved it. I just love what they give us. Honestly, they think of the smallest things, but they're just meaningful to me. So now we're moving into this eyeshadow. I'm going to be using this brown, light brown color right here, which is called Done and Done. Putting this brown right here on top of that green that we just blended in. just to blend out the top of it. I don't want any harsh lines, so I'm just blending it out with that brown really softly, you guys. Next, we're moving on to this green right here, which is called Don't Freak. Look how gorgeous that is. Grabbing a blending brush, using this brush to blend this in right in that crease. And right here on the lower part as well. You don't want to bring this color out part where we put that dark color, like if you were going towards your eyebrow. You want to keep this color right here in that crease and bringing it down towards your eyelashes. Just continue to blend that in circular motions. Once I have that, I'm going to be grabbing this flat brush and I'm just going to be putting this same green color that we got and just tapping it down all over our eyelid where we don't have eyeshadow. So the trick to this is just grabbing a little bit and just tapping it down to where you want that eyeshadow to be. Oh my god, that green is so beautiful. Like, I love it. It looks so gorgeous. I'm gonna go back into my Jaclyn Hill palette and I'm gonna be using this dark green that we had started with. And what I'm doing is I'm just gonna go over that color where we had put it in the beginning. Just make sure it hadn't fade away. Just because this color is pretty bright, you don't want this color to not show. Even going down here towards our eyelashes and going up. So I'm gonna do this eye off camera and I'll be right back. Next, we're moving on to primer using Revlon Prime Plus Brightness Plus Skin Tone Evening. I love to use this product, you guys. I'm obsessed with it. I will never get tired of talking about this product because it is so good, especially if you are dry skin. Then this is gonna be your jam. By the way, I don't know if you guys can tell, but my skin, it's looking a little rough, you guys. I've really been slacking on my skincare routine ever since I got back at work. It's like, I don't know who I am anymore. Anyways, moving on to another primer. We're going to be using the e.l.f. Putty Poreless Primer. And I'm just going to put this on my T-zone area. So it's my nose, here on the middle of my forehead, and here on my chin. For today's look, we're going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Fresh Wear. Just grabbing a little bit on my foundation brush. By the way, in case you guys are wondering what color this foundation is, it's 425. Tapping this foundation in. When I tried this foundation last time, it actually was my color. Normally, this foundation is light and I was shocked. I was like, oh my god, girl, you need some tan. So I was like, wow, because this color was really light on me. So I'm just gonna be blending this foundation in with my foundation brush. I never really use beauty blenders to blend in my foundation. I don't know why, but I feel like it blends better with that foundation brush than with the beauty blender. I just never really like how it ends up looking. Yes, I'm so excited because I'm finally going to go do my nails. Like, it's been a while and I'm like really excited because my nail needs them big time. Moving on to concealer, we're going to be using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. As you can tell, it's almost gone. You guys, I go through these so much that I'm just obsessed with these. They're so good. They're literally like high-end concealer products, no joke. That's why I love e.l.f. Put some here as well. And here. If you guys have not tried these, what are you waiting for? It's honestly one of the best drugstore products out there. Next, we're moving on to bronzer. I've been using this for a while, as you guys can tell. It's pretty worn out. This one is from Makeup Revolution London. I'm gonna be putting this right here on the side of my cheek. I'm just tapping this color down just because I don't want it to be really harsh. I want it to look kind of soft. Putting a little bit here on my forehead. Putting a little bit here on the chin. Just tapping this bad boy in and just bringing it down. So next we're moving on to blush. We're gonna be using this one right here. This also came with the whole Lizzie McGuire collection, so I ended up getting the blush. This one is called Delicious. As you guys can tell, this blush has like sparkles, kind of like glitter on it, and is very pigmented. When I tried it, I was like, whoa. I'm just gonna be tapping this on the side of my cheek, the apples of my cheek, and a little bit here. Putting a little bit. You guys, I'm literally not even touching a lot of it because of the glitter. I don't know if I like that part, but I'm trying it out, so we'll see how it looks. So I'm gonna be grabbing a big fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna be mixing those two together. That bronzer and that blush that we put. Same thing on this side. Bringing it up here. So I'm going to go back to my bronzer that I used. And I'm just going to be using this to contour my nose. And I'm bringing this all the way up to where my eyebrow is. I don't know about you guys, but once I learn how to contour, I can't get rid of it. Like, I always try to do a look without contouring my nose or the side of my cheeks, but then I'm like, I end up just doing my contour because for some reason I'm not satisfied with my makeup unless I do my contour. I don't know if you guys are that way, but I'm definitely that way. So next we're moving on to powders. I'm going to be using two powders. You guys know I use these all the time. These are my go-to powders. I'm gonna be using this one from Airspun Translusive and also the Morphe Makeup in Set, and it's in Banana. So starting out with the Airspun Translusive powder, and I'm just gonna be using this to set those under eyes in place. Grabbing a little bit more and doing the same thing to this side. I don't know if you guys can hear Sylvester, but he's outside in the balcony talking to someone. He's like freaking screaming. I'm just like, dude, I'm trying to record. Okay, so next we're moving on to the Morphe one. And for this one, I like to grab my big beauty blender, dapping it. And I'm gonna just use this to contour the side of my cheeks. You got no respect, brother. Huh? You got no respect. I am trying to record and you were here screaming. I wasn't screaming? Yes, you were. So I'm not allowed to get one for the Next, we're going to go back into the Lizzie McGuire palette. And we're going to be using this pink one right here. And I'm going to be putting this color right underneath that lower lash. So moving on to lashes, I know they look kind of funny because I've used a lot of them, but we're going to be using the Ardell Wispy Demi Wispy lashes. So while we are waiting for the glue to get tacky on my lashes, we are moving on to highlight. For highlight, we're going to go into this palette. It's going to be the Laura Geller Multitasking Eye Lip Cheek Palette. And we're going to be using this highlighter. It's a cream highlighter. Grabbing my Camo concealer sponge, and I'm just tapping this in there. And I'm just tapping this on the side of my cheeks. Doing the same thing to the other side. I didn't want it a really heavy highlighter just because the blush already comes with glitter. So I ended up just doing this instead. Putting a little bit here. Alright, so I already went in and put on my eyelashes. I love these eyelashes, especially when I want to go for like a spring look. This is beautiful. It's not full, like very full and dramatic. It's kind of like everyday eyelashes, so they're one of my favorites, and I feel like they will always be one of my favorites. So moving on, we're gonna go ahead and remove this powder from our face. I'm just grabbing my brush and just removing the powder. We're moving on to the Kat Von D shade in Light, and I'm gonna be using the light powder. And I'm just going to be tapping this color on my under eyes. This is just to brighten up those under eyes, you guys, and set them in place even more. I'm going to put a little bit here on my chin. And even here on my forehead. For a lip liner, we're going to be using the LA Girl in color Cafe. Next, we're going to be using the Milani Matte Stain Lipstick. Putting this right here in the center of my lips. And just tapping that in with my finger. Now, this part is totally optional for you guys. You can stop here if you want more of a matte lip. But I want a gloss. I'm more of a gloss girl. So I'm going to go in with this one, and it's from Milani as well. And I'm going to be putting this lip gloss all over my lips. I want a little bit of a spark right here on the corner of my eye. So I'm going to go back into the Lizzie McGuire palette, and I'm going to be using this green color right here. And it's called Dear Diary. Ooh, I love that. That's definitely Lizzie McGuire palette. Wow, that is really pigmented. Like, that color is so pretty. Oh my god, I love it. You guys, I don't even put a lot, and it's like, whoa. Like, literally, if I put a little bit, that is really good. And I'm not even putting a lot. Moving on to the last step, we want to go ahead and just set our beautiful makeup that we just did. So we're going to go ahead and use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. So my thought on that palette, I really liked it. I definitely like the ones that are more of a eyeshadow metallic, just because they are more pigmented, but I liked it. I definitely will use it again, especially for spring and summer. Now for the blush, I don't think it's gonna be one of my favorites just because it has glitter. I like my blushes to not have glitter. But will I use this? Yes, it just won't be my go-to. Just because I feel like this, when it comes to blushes that come with the glitter, it's more into like a fresh look, like makeup no makeup. It is beautiful though, I'm not gonna lie, it's beautiful, but it's just not for me because I like my blushes not to have glitter. That's just it. But other than that, it's beautiful. If you guys like the color, you guys don't mind the glitter, then yes, it's beautiful, especially for a fresh look. And if you guys want to do that makeup no makeup, this is really pretty for that. But I really like this look. I loved how it turned out. If you guys also like this look, make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below and hit that bell ring button so you guys can get notified every time I post a video for you guys. But that was it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.